How to bring about change. Beloved one, I would share with you my joy. Will you play with me? This evening, before you lay your head upon the pillow, I would give unto you an exercise. I invite you to stretch forth the arm in front of you and to reach to the opposite shoulder and pat yourself on the back, and then bring the other arm around in a hug of self. Be at peace in loving the self. For as you love yourself, then you can reach out to others and love them in an expanded understanding. You have been taught that to look upon self and to nurture self is arrogant and selfish. But I say unto you that as you get to know yourself and love yourself, you uplift all of the brothers and sisters. For loving self is not selfish in the small sense. It is selfish, serving the one self. What is selfish is to abide in the constriction and to say, woe is me, how unlovable I am, for that keeps you in a place of constriction. But as you choose to live in a new energy, you uplift all of creation near and far. You have heard it said that you are birthing a new energy, and this is true. You are remembering fifth-dimensional energy, the energy of light experienced as love. You are desirous of knowing expanded vibrational energy, not just to think about the concept of what love is. You have been abiding in a place for some time, many lifetimes, where you have experienced limited expression of love. You have felt human love, and you have written the love poetry which has expressed the love you knew at that time, unrequited and otherwise. What you are now desirous of, and you are calling forth, is the awareness of unlimited, unconditional love. To know what that feels like, to be accepted as the child that you are, and to be loved as the Father that loves you. Not love just because you happen to be of the right religious persuasion, of the right philosophy, or that you dress and style your hair a certain way that is acceptable, or that you have the right professional degree and certifications, or your skin is the right color, or whatever, on and on and on and on. But to be loved as the child that you are, as the holy child who has chosen, out of great courage, to express in this point of focus. You are the child who has said, I will come through all the experiences known as human expression, and I will remember that I am my Father's child, totally unlimited, and I will give unto others unconditional love, for that is what my Father does, and I will behold everyone in that light, including myself, for it starts with self. You are asking to know fifth-dimensional energy in most dynamic fashion. That is why you have brought forth the challenges, a great acceleration of challenges, which have come to you as experiences, some of them not particularly welcome as you would judge them, and you have asked, why have I called this upon myself? Why is this happening? It is because you have said at a very deep level, I have the courage to relive this experience and to see it anew, to heal old wounds and to see as holy that which has been judged to be unholy. It comes because you are ready, because you know at a very deep level that you have the power, not as the world defines power, but you have the power to handle whatever comes to you and to see it in a new light. Furthermore, you have decreed, I will have it quickly now. No longer will I work on just one aspect in one lifetime as I see a lifetime to be. Bring it all on. I am ready for it. I want it on my stage right now. And so the challenges come, little ones, big ones. In truth, they are all the same size, but you look upon them various ones and you judge. Well, that was an easy one. And that one? Oh my goodness. I don't know what to do with that one. And you sit with it and you gnaw on it like a dog would with a bone. And you chew and you chew and you chew until finally you get to the marrow of it and you find that there is some goodness in it. You are releasing heaven burdens which have been carried throughout lifetime after lifetime, and now you are decreeing, I wish to know lightness. How can I come into an expression of fifth-dimensional light if I carry all these heavy burdens with me? As you have discerned, you cannot. When you go about with the heaviness of the world and the habitual judgments, there is not much of a feeling of light. But as you say, I am willing to come into a new place of understanding. I am willing to release that which does not serve the light. Then you bring upon yourself a grand experience. I want to know heaven on earth. Now, a few years ago, in your timing for one to say that, it would have been, and is still in some of your circles, sacrilege. How could one, a worm of the dust, begin to know heaven upon earth? And yet, what you are decreeing is that you will bring heaven, the experience of heaven, the unconditional love of the Father, to this point of focus. You will no longer believe that it is necessary to lay down the body in order to know the state of heaven. But you can express with the physical form and still bring the energy of unconditional love and light that activates form into conscious remembrance and expression. And that is what you are birthing. And when the light is seen and experienced, there will be such a feeling of freedom that the love no longer be held inside, tightly rationed out because perhaps there's not enough of it to go around. But love will be free-flowing, knowing that always there is more of it. Whenever you open yourself to the flow of love, guess what happens? More of it is given to you, and you find yourself in the midst of a great flow, a river of love. Thank you, beloved one, for the love you give to self and others. For as you have released the shutters of the heart in an ever-expanding remembrance of love, you have found yourself first to be amidst a trickle, then a stream, then an ocean which quickly now flows into the vast ocean of love, where you will behold the Christ of everyone who stands before you. And there will be such an outpouring of love that it will transform your world. You will bring the kingdom of heaven into the world. It is not possible to take the world into the kingdom, but it is most possible and necessary to bring the kingdom of love into the world, and that is what you are about to do. You are creating change. Now, how does one manifest change? All change begins and is created in the future. It does not come out of the remembrance of the past for that you hold in what is known as historical perspective. It holds you in the place of, this is what has been. This is the limitation of what can be. This is what mankind, womankind has always done, etc., etc. That is historical perspective, which keeps you repeating the same pattern. All change is birthed in the future by allowance, by allowing it to come into the present, by inviting it to come into the present. Change itself is an energy, as you are, and you manifest change out of your energy known as consciousness. Any change that has ever happened is manifested because of your allowance and your willingness to invite a new perspective, a new expression to come forth. It is a wave of energy which you can ride in what you would see as the future. You can ask yourself, what would I like to see changed? How would I like to experience change? And you may play with the small things, and you may play with what you would call the big things. Again, in truth, they are all the same size, of the same import. But some will seem to be small, you will judge, and some will seem to be the biggies. Allow yourself to ride the wave of energy into what you call the future and play with imagination. Allow yourself the freedom. As we have spoken of fifth-dimensional energy, unconditional love, and unlimited light, allow yourself to play with how that would feel. How would the body itself feel, knowing that it is light? Where would the constriction of the body go? They would be dissolved in the light, in the fluidity of the light. Play with how fluidity feels. Play with it in your mind, and then allow the body itself to express in what you would term a dance of light. How would it feel to be light, to go as the light, free-flowing? Allow yourself to play with how it would feel to be loved unconditionally, to know that I am the most wonderful expression of my Father upon this plane. He loves me with an everlasting love from before time began, and after the purpose of time has been fulfilled, he will still love me. I have never sinned. I have never gone astray. I have made choices and I have played, and I am the most wonderful being. Allow yourself to feel that love. Immerse yourself deeply in that love. It is not conditioned upon anything you have ever done or will ever do. You are love because you are his creation. Never have you gone astray. Every choice you have ever made has been for the fun of experiencing whatever would come from that choice. You are a great master. You are your Father expressing on this plane. That is how wonderful you are. Think what that means. Allow yourself to ride that energy into the future and bring it back to the now. Ride the energy of how it feels to be the Father in expression right now, right here, in love with everyone and every being, yourself included. I am the Father in expression. That is what I and the Father are one means. He who hath seen me hath seen the Father. I and the Father are one, not two. As I would see myself here and the Father somewhere far off, I and the Father are one. I am that love, and I have chosen to bring it into this experience and its expression, to give it forth as the Father gives it forth. How can He do it without you? Verily, He cannot. And as you allow the Father's love to be expressed through you, as you behold a loved one, a beloved pet, as your heart leaps for joy, you experience consciously the Father in expression. That is why I have encouraged you to love one another as I have loved you. Now, much has been spoken about the Father's will. Many have asked, how do I do the will of the Father? How do I know what His will is for me? I would share with you that you are the will of the Father. You are the love that is ready to be poured forth, and it is the will of the Father for that love to be known and shared freely with everyone, including self. Whatever is not love does not, in truth, exist. But there will be seen yet, for a little while, the manifestation of what appears to be not of love. You are calling forth changes because you have decreed that you are tired of experiencing what is not of love. Is this not so? You have said, I am ready for a change. I want to get on with the good stuff. Okay, so be it. Change is birthed in the future. Change does not come out of the past, although the satisfaction, completion comes out of the past. I am satisfied. I am full of goodness with all that I have experienced in the past. Now I am ready for change. And change itself is an energy which comes out of the future. So you ride that energy into the future as you would ride a beautiful wave. You are an experienced surfboarder, and you ride your surfboard on the wave into the future, and you bring back possibilities, which you will then play with until you know them to be probabilities. And as you abide with them as probabilities, they will become realities. Whatever you desire to bring into manifestation, allow yourself to go to that place of possibility and to contemplate, to feel, to experience, to play with, to imagine, to know yourself to be one with it. See how it fits. Try it on for size. And as you do that, you bring it into the realm of probability. You have been playing with possibility, contemplating new possibilities of expression upon this plane, new possibilities of what it means to live and how to live. And you are bringing those possibilities into the realm of probability as you abide with those ideas, those concepts, those feelings. And after a while, they become your reality. Simple? Yes. In truth, it is simple. You allow yourself the freedom of going beyond what you have known, what has been defined by historical perspective, and to bring back into the present moment to play with something that you see to be in the future or beyond what you now know. That is what the future is. It is seen to be somewhat beyond where this point of now is, and yet as you contemplate what you call your future, you bring it into the now. Grand mystery. Change itself is a mystery, for as the analytical mind would want to understand the working of change, the heart knows and allows change. Change comes with your willingness and your invitation, and that often is motivated by completion, satiation, overfulfillment of what you have experienced in the past. Then you begin to ask of the Father and of me, I have heard you as you have prayed, for deliverance from the past, from the sorrow, from the constriction, from the burden that felt too heavy. What you have done then, in that moment, is decree that you are willing to know change, and as you ask, it shall be given unto you. It is necessary that you come to the place of asking. It is necessary that you come to a place of willingness. It is necessary that you come to a place of clarity which says, okay, I am ready for something new. I am ready for something that is of love, something that feels better than what I am experiencing right now. And then as you ask, already it is given you. For indeed, whatever you would ask for is yours from before time began. but you have believed it a process to be necessary. As you become willing to ask for what you desire, willing to claim it immediately, instantly, it is yours. I would do with you now a meditation for change. I would invite you to take a deep breath, to breathe in the golden white light which you are, which surrounds you, which energizes you, which is you. To breathe in deeply the light of the Spirit, and to exhale the love that you are, and to come again unto that place of peace within the heart. Breathing easily without effort, breathing the connected breath of the intake and the exhale. Abiding in that sacred place of the heart, feel the peace which is yours always. Know that you can come unto this sacred place any time, for it is your gift to yourself, this space of peace. Know that whenever the burdens and the questions of the world are too heavy, too confusing, too insistent, you can pause and breathe deeply and return unto the place of peace that is within. Imagine now, if you will, a filing cabinet that is yours, a filing cabinet of however many drawers you would choose. And the drawers are full of folders, file folders you call them, of beliefs, belief about everything, every aspect of experience. And into those file folders you have put what you believe about life, how it is to be experienced, how it has been in the past. There is a file folder named Relationship, and in it you have placed what you believe about relationship. There is a file folder named for every aspect of your experience, and into those file folders you have placed beliefs that have dictated to you decisions. Allow yourself to examine one of the file folders. Allow it to come forth and open up in front of you, and to show you what your belief is about life, about who you are, about relationship, about love, about money, about God, as your Father has been called. Bring forth any belief folder and look upon the belief that is in there. Some of the beliefs serve you well. All of them have served you in the past. Some of the beliefs you have discarded, for they have been constricting and burdensome, and you have allowed them to be released, dissolved, as if written in disappearing ink. They have dissolved in the light of new understanding and have been replaced by another belief. All of the beliefs in your file folder and your filing cabinet have served you well, for they have brought you to this place. But imagine now, if you will, another filing cabinet full of file folders on the same aspects of experience, but these file folders are listed as possibilities. When you would know a new possibility about life, bring forth that file folder labeled Life, Possibilities of, and look within that folder and see what you have placed there. If it is empty, so much the better. You can fill it with possibilities that are unlimited. You are the one who writes what goes into every file folder. And if you do not like what is written in a file folder under one of the beliefs, you can take what you call the cosmic eraser and erase it. Or you can apply the light of new understanding, a bit of the heat of that light, to the disappearing ink, and it will disappear. The new reality you are birthing upon this plane comes out of the filing cabinet of the possibility folders. Allow yourself in your times of meditation to go into that file cabinet and to bring out various file folders of possibilities on different aspects, and to write new writings, to take all of the restrictions off. Do not be bound by the filing cabinet with the folders that say Beliefs Historical, but play with the folders of possibility. Allow yourself to know that you are the one who is manifesting a new energy that comes with possibility. You are the one who allows a possibility to come into the realm of probability and then into your reality. Allow yourself now to feel the peace of the heart, to feel the expansion of possibility, to breathe new life into the desire of your heart, to imagine it, to feel it, to be it. Whenever you desire to change your experience about something, return again in meditation to the peace of the heart and call forth the file folder of the possibility of that aspect. Abide with the possibilities and invite new possibilities and make themselves known to you. You are the unlimited, creative, holy child, and all that the Father has is yours. The space that you have just touched is always with you. It is the kingdom that is within, the realm of infinite possibilities, infinite peace, and infinite love. Do you have to do anything difficult to reach that space? No. The heart knows the depth of peace, and it is simplicity itself, always available to you. It is where you and I, beloved one, abide together. There is great power and great wisdom in that place, not because you find me there, but because you find yourself there, your true self. Return often to that place of peace known as the heart, for out of that space comes the future you wish to create. The world will speak to you of what has been. The world will speak to you of limitation, will say that heaven on earth cannot be. The world in its very short memory will say that has never been and will never be. But the truth of your being and the beliefs of the world are diametrically opposed. For what you see as possibility and bring from what you would call the future into the now is but a remembrance of what has always been from before time began. And what you are doing now is allowing the mystery of the truth of your being to come into this expression, not hindered by historical perspective or by what others would tell you has to be or has always been. Now you are allowing the new energy to come into the present to activate the heart of love. Remember in this evening the exercise that I invited you to do, to stretch forth the arm and pat yourself on the back, and to stretch forth the other arm and hug yourself. For you are greatly loved of the Father, and what you call forth now is a remembrance of your holiness. You are creating change upon this plane. You are allowing possibility of radiant light. You are ushering in the energy of love, and remembrance shall be your reward.